Cheers again, folks. Oh god, that's so tasty. It's unbelievably tasty. Okay, so it's been a while since I did my last vlog. I just finished my exhibition, and I was just on the come down after it and kind of needed a rest, I think. I've just finished the Easter holidays with my family, and I'm now at the stage where I've got to try and get myself going again, because I can't just sit on my backside for the next few weeks until the summer holidays. And that's basically my life at the moment, is trying to get as much done in between school holidays. Luckily, my daughter's getting older, and it's not really her that needs looking after. It's me that needs to look after her. I think I need to train myself to be able to kind of pull away now that she's a teenager and let her get on with things, and I'm having trouble with that at the moment. But I'm still in that mindset of I'm the parent, I have to be there 24 hours a day, which I don't really need to. So that's something I'm going to have to work on. It struck me the other day that I actually haven't taken many photographs at all since I shot the Clutie Wells. Not even since I printed them, but shot them back in November. I've not really picked up my camera in any kind of serious way, and that was a bit of a shock to me. And I started to think about why that would be, and I think it's to do with some of you may know a community called Blip Photo, which is a massive photo community, and they're very welcoming, incredibly social. And the idea is that you take one photo a day, or you make one entry in the kind of Blip Photo diary a day. It's not like Instagram where you're trying to game the system or anything like that. It's a diary. And I did that for a while, trying to knock lumps of rust out of my process and out of my skill set when I was just getting going again after I'd given up being a designer. And it was really helpful. But after a while it became a chore, and I realised that actually I think I need to work in bursts. I need to focus on something fully and then retire from it. I can't take photographs every day. I can't do the same thing every day. I'm not wired that way. I think that's part of what is wrong, but even so, it's been 6 months. I shot it in November. It's now April. So what I've been thinking of doing is, I'm clearly going to carry on doing the Clutie Wells, but I need to, I think, have something on the go all the time. And I've decided that I'm only going to shoot the Clutie Wells in the winter time, probably around about the same time as last time, November, because of this element of decay that comes with the Clutie Wells. I don't think it would look right with springtime flowers bursting through everything, and I think I'd lose an element of consistency there. So all my shoots are going to be the same time of year, which is, that's progress. That's something that I'm glad I've made a decision about. But what I thought I'd do is revisit a very old project. It's actually my degree show. So that's from 1997. So it's 22 years old. The concept is, anyway. I don't know. Let's see if I can find a viable negative. I found these negatives the other day. And what I'll do if my Premiere skills will allow me, is I'm going to hold it up there. Let's see if I can maybe hold it over there so that there's more detail. And then I'm going to turn into a negative, which should make my negative turn into a positive. And you might get an idea of the kind of work I was doing. Basically what I was doing was picking up items off the beach where I grew up, where actually it was still kind of my home at the time when I was at uni, in that I would go home for holidays and things like that in the Highlands. And so, oh, hang on a minute. Back to positive. Sorry. So the idea is that with that project was to pick up kind of sculptural things that off the beach where I grew up, and then light them, they make still lives, and light them in such a way that they weren't particularly recognizable, and light them in a very specific way, and make them seem as though they're floating in space. And that was just the idea. And I created a sequence of them where they kind of, there was another object going through these images, and it delineated a sine wave as I went through. And it was just a description of time and space, really. So I'm going to take that concept, the technical concept, and run with it. I'm not sure I'm going to just go with this space and time thing. I think I've got something else in mind to do it. But I want to revisit that visual technique now that I've got 20 years of design experience and photography experience under my belt after my degree show, and run with it. It was actually my first exhibition. I mean, clearly it was my degree show, so that's fine, but I don't really count that. It was my first exhibition after I left uni as well. So I had a couple of solo exhibitions with this. And so I think it's a theme that I can take forward and move forward with. So we'll see. But that's my plan for now, is to start collecting objects and start playing with lighting. I might actually work with the idea of paper cutting as well. There's actually a great history of paper cutting in photography. And I think the two could be connected the way that I'm thinking of doing it. So we'll see. That's my next project. I want to work on it quickly. I want to have collected the objects and shot them over a period of a couple of months. I know now that I can work faster than certainly the Bridges project, which admittedly I was a new dad and working full-time as a designer, so it took me well over a decade to get done. I know that I can work much faster. I want to be working at least as fast, if not faster, than the Clue project came together. And yeah, we'll see. I think that's it. I think that's all I've really got to talk about at this point. I will probably, once this project is further down the line, I'll do a video on it and just kind of show the process and what I'm working on with it. In the meantime, the place where I have my studio, the Fire Station Creative in Dunfermline, which is awesome. They're having a pop-up shop in Dunfermline in, I think it's might be June. Oh dear, I better check that out actually. But I'm probably going to be taking part in that. Just, I don't really do much to sell my own work, so this is a bit of an experiment. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know how that goes as well. But yeah, thank you for listening to my nonsense.